Assalamualaikum guys, and welcome to my next episode. And today we're gonna talk about how COVID-19 is affecting our photography business. Okay, as you guys know, the government has recently put out some form of restriction, which is called the Infectious Disease Act. So, what is the Infectious Disease Act exactly? So, I have it here in my phone. So, let me read some points that are quite concerning for us as a creative. Especially in this wedding industry. So it's something like a law. So if you were to do anything wrong in this period, you can be fined, jailed, or both. So as you guys know, weddings is a very communal. It is a very communal thing. So usually there is crowds. So as you guys know, right now because of social distancing, the government is urging us to actually postpone or cancel most of our events that has more than actually 10%. So in this e-gazette, which I'm gonna put in the link below, the description, so that you can read for yourself, there is this clause which is called the limit on attendance for unprohibited events. So what is this? It's events that is not official. There's no tickets or anything, no ticket sales or anything. It falls all under here, which is the unprohibited events. So let me go through what's covered here. So an organizer of any event that is not prohibited by regulation and is held during the controlled period in or any premises in Singapore, which you guys know that anywhere in Singapore, if you hold a wedding, void deck or even at your house is considered a place in Singapore. Commits an offence, and if the organizer allows or causes more than 10 individuals to be present at or take part in the event itself, can be fined not exceeding to about $10,000 or to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months or to both. So, if you guys know, weddings, it's a very communal event, and usually there's a lot of people that is invited. So this is the reason why a lot of couples are postponing and cancelling their weddings. So should you be postponing or should you be cancelling, that will be another subject that we'll cover on later. But how does it affect us is, if you guys were to postpone it, bulk of the money, or should I say part of the deposit that you're supposed to pay us to cover our overheads, to cover our so-called monthly salary will be affected heavily, because we break down the packages or the deposit so that we can sustain ourselves per monthly. So if you were to guys to postpone or cancel, there goes our cash flow. It disrupts our cash flow for the month, and it's like a squeezing cow if things get bad. So for us, it's quite concerning. We understand that if you will want your money back one way or another. Some will still ask for refunds, some ask for discounts. We will understand that. We will see how we can work. But it's because of this COVID-19 period, because of this restriction, our money is not coming in. If you guys were to, for example, if the month of April, the whole month of April, there's no jobs for us. Then I guess we have to tap into our own personal reserves to keep our business rolling on. So yeah, so let's go back to weddings now. About the 10%, what's it called, the 10 people in a wedding. So in the Malay Muslim community, there's a lot of people who still wants their wedding to go on. Or should I say, they still want to get solemnized, to get nikah, they want their nikah to carry on. So recently, a lot of our couples, like last week, the last 2 weeks, they did their weddings at home, and they limit the guests to only 10% at any one time. So how did they carry out on their events? So let me go through with you the 10 people that you can actually, plan out for your wedding during your solemnization. Okay, so the 10 people that can be in your solemnization event is the bride and groom, which is already amounted to 2, the Qadi, and your Wali, which is already 4, the mothers of both bride and groom, which amounted to 6, then you need at least 2 more witnesses, which is already 8%. So you're now left with 2. Alright? So you're only left with 2. So if there's no other saksi or no other witness, then you're only left with 1 slot. If there is another witness, there's only 1 slot for either the photographer or the videographer. So if there's 2 slots, both photographer and videographer can actually go in and shoot. Okay? These are the 10 people that most Tok Kadis, or should I say ROMM, has implemented our couple to actually for the event to go on. So please be socially responsible and follow this guideline. I know some events that they still langgar these 10 people, and there's still about 20 people during the solemnization, but please, because of social distancing and you don't want to get yourself in trouble, please allow 10% during the solemnization. I know that it's a very intimate moment to see both bride and groom to be officially together, to become husband and wife lah. But what can be done for you guys to stay safe and still carry on with the wedding? What you can do is, 1, either you hire a videographer that can do live streaming, or 2, you can get a tripod and a phone holder, and you can put your phone there and do a Facebook Live or an Instagram Live. And you can share the link to your family and friends. So what some of the couples that did was they do Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and some even do Twitch online. So what they did was they did the live thing, and some of the family members, including the siblings and all that, could amount to more than 10 people. So what did they do? So their families, the siblings that's not supposed to be involved in this solemnization, they actually went out of the house. They went down to the vault decks, they went to the staircase, and they watched the whole event, the whole solemnization take place via their phone, which is the live video that's going on. So that's one way that you can do. And the good thing that you can have while doing Facebook Live or Instagram Live is your friends can actually wish you live. Then when you were to look back at the videos, you can see all the wishes that's been commented lah. Because of this COVID-19, what are we as photographers trying to do? Most of us are trying to clear out our backlogs. So doesn't mean clearing backlogs, we can deliver our photos on time for our couple, because some of them actually order prints or albums from us, photo books, albums, and canvas and all that stuff. But we can't deliver that physical product to you guys on time. Why? Because our vendors are also affected by this COVID-19. As you guys recently know that Malaysia has this restriction movement order, or should we call it RMO, that they could not travel overseas for 14 days, and now they have extended their 14 days, so it became 28 days. Most of the workers that the vendors hire are all mostly Malaysians. So for them to, some are unfortunate that they can't come back to Singapore. And then some are from overseas, they come in, they are being served with SHN, which is a stay-home notice, or some are even suspected to have COVID-19, so they are on QO, which is the quarantine order. So because of this, there's not enough workers for the production line to carry on. And our vendors too have other vendors, so it goes a long way. So because of this, it rolls over. It's like a domino effect. So everything is slowed down. So the production line for our bookmaker, or should I say frame maker, are all affected too. We are also not the only vendor that sent in our project to our bookmaker, or I say our vendors. So if we keep sending in the orders to them, their work pile are getting higher and higher and higher. So and the production line workflow is getting slower. So with a high demand of, should I say, orders and a slow production workflow, we will not be able to get our products on time. I hope couples will understand this situation that we're going through right now, that you won't be able to get your products on time. We will try to get it on as early as possible. It's because of this COVID-19, everything is being rolled over and all that stuff. And our phones have been ringing too from couples trying to ask when you can collect, when's their book expected and all that stuff. But it's because of our vendor workflow, everything is affecting us too. All right. So we hope that you guys, our couples, and if you guys were to engage other photographers to actually understand us, the situation that we are in also. All right. So what we can do on our own part is, one, we can release all the high-res images through your web gallery. Most of our couples have a web gallery already with all their photos inside. So we can access for you the high-resolution downloads. Two, you can opt to get and collect your thumb drive and your box first before you collect your books. So you can do that while you wait for the book to come. And I know that we all understand that Hari Raya is coming, so you guys want to show prints to your family and friends. So we really hope that we can get all the prints on time. Okay. For couples that are planning for their wedding or for their future, we hope that COVID-19 is not a factor for you guys right now. If you were to plan for 2021, please carry on with your planning. Go on and still ask around the photographers about their rates and all that stuff. I bet they can offer you a good package and all that stuff. So carry on your wedding planning. Do not stop planning because of COVID-19. We are all praying that it's going to stop by, say, third quarter of 2020 so that everything goes back to normal. So do not stop planning for your wedding for the 2021. And for couples who are affected of this COVID-19 and because of this what's it called, infectious disease act, because it's going to carry on until they say end of June. So if you guys affected by this, should you postpone or should you cancel? We will recommend you guys to only postpone the whole event. Yes, postpone your reception. But if you guys still want to go on with your solemnization, by all means, please go on. So, like we said, like we mentioned before, there's 10 people that you can be involved in the wedding itself. So that's one way we can do it lah. You can still carry on with your solemnization. What we did with most of our couple is we cover their solemnization and then we bring them out for an outdoor. So we won't be in a confined space where it's more than 10 people. Alright? But if you were to still go on with your wedding, your solemnization, we urge you guys to be socially responsible. Okay? One way you can do is to come up with an online form or physical form on your gate. You can ask your guests to declare their name, their phone numbers. Do not take IC because that's not PDPA compliant. Okay, so take their particulars like their name, their phone numbers, then their email. All right, these things are very important for contact tracing. Then you can ask questions. For example, if they have been issued LOA or stay home notice or a quarantine order. Alright, then you can ask whether they have been traveled overseas and all that stuff. Why you should come up with this form is for risk evaluation. So if you were to look back at the information that was given by your guests, you can know who is the high risk people. Okay, and if there's a need, touch wood, na'uzubillah, if anyone were to be infected within that pool of people, and if MOH were to contact you, you can provide this information for them to do their contact tracing easily. So that's one way you can get protected. Another thing that you can do is to provide hand sanitizers by your door, a few stations, and then a temperature taking corner for you guys to take temperature of your guests lah. If they have high fever, please tell them not to come in. All right, this is to prevent further infection. Okay. If any of them are sick, please urge them not to even go out of their house. Stay home and get better. And what if the couple is sick? Please postpone it. Call up ROMM or ROM and say that you guys are not feeling well. They will understand. They can postpone your solemnization date. So don't because you like that date and you are sick, you still want to carry on, because that's not socially responsible. Okay? If you are sick, postpone it, get better, get yourself checked, and be safe and stay healthy. Okay? If you guys have anything else to add on, please feel free to comment below. Okay? If I say anything wrong, you may also correct me by commenting. This is purely my perspective. If you guys have anything else to add, feel free to comment. If not, please like, share, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, and let's pray that COVID-19 will be gone soon. Corona, go!
Corona, go!
Corona, go!
Go, Corona!
Go, Corona!
Corona, go!
Corona, go!
Go, Corona!
Go, Corona!
Go, Corona!
Go, Corona!
Go, Corona!
Go, Corona!
Corona, go!
Corona, go!